Hi writers, welcome back. When you think of true stories that you want to write about your life, some of you are coming up with big giant topics, like I'm going to write about my summer. That's a big topic. Or I'm going to write about my whole life. That's a big giant topic. Today I want to teach you that instead of writing about a big giant topic, a lot of times what writers do is they zoom in on a small, tiny moment and tell that moment with great detail. Remember this book, Night of the Veggie Monster? I'm pretty sure that when George McClements sat down to write, he maybe came up with a lot of big topics. Maybe he said, I'm going to write about my vacation. Or maybe he said, I'm going to write about eating with my family. And then he probably said, I've got to zoom in within that big topic on something small. So within the topic of eating with his family, maybe he thought about a time he went to a restaurant with his family. Maybe he thought about a time that his family had a barbecue outside. But then maybe he also thought about a time when his son didn't want to eat the peas. And that's how he came up with Night of a Veggie Monster. So thinking of his big topic of eating with his family and then zooming in on his small topic, a small moment story, is what writers do. Watch how I'm going to do that with my topics. When you write, you're going to want to take a lesson from George McClements and always think, is this a big, giant watermelon topic, or is this a little tiny seed topic? So, for example, let's say I wanted to write about my vacation. So let's think. Is my vacation a big, giant watermelon topic, or is it a little tiny seed topic? It's a big, giant watermelon topic, right? My vacation. If I was going to write a story about my vacation, it would go something like this. We buried Ira. We played with our aunt. The babies ate sand. We caught hermit crabs, and we played in the water. There aren't a lot of details. It's kind of just like a list. So instead, we want to take a lesson from George McClements, and we want to zoom in on a little tiny moment within that big topic, which is my vacation. So I'm going to zoom in on the babies at the beach. So if I were going to write this little tiny seed story, Miss Stevens put a little seed over here for you to see that this is a little tiny seed story, it might go something like this. We took the babies to the beach for the first time. We put them in the sand. Kazi tried to eat the sand. He put it in his mouth, and then he smiled. Jude didn't really like the sand. He started to cry. So writers, do you see how the big topic of my vacation had a lot of little tiny seeds in it that I can write separate stories about and really zoom in and tell lots of details? Let's try this one more time. I want to write about my day. So this was last weekend, and I want to write about how my day went. Do you think that that's a big, giant watermelon topic or a little tiny seed story? Think. That would be a big, giant watermelon topic because there were lots of things that happened in my day. I woke up, I ate breakfast, I swam in the pool, and I went to bed. And if I were to write a story about my whole day, I would just be listing these things and not really telling about any kind of details. Instead, I want to zoom in on one part of my day. For example, when I swam in the pool. So I would zoom in on that one moment, and I wouldn't even tell about these moments. And I would just tell about when I swam in the pool. So thinking about that, then I would plan out my story, sketch, and write. So I would think, we went to the pool. We got in the pool. We started swimming around. We decided to play a game called Colored Eggs. I was it, and I started naming colors. Everyone else swam and I chased after them. They got past me. So you see how there were a lot more details in that story about swimming in the pool than if I listed all the things in my day? All right, now it's your turn to practice finding a seed story in a big watermelon topic. Here's a watermelon topic. Playing with a friend. That's a big watermelon topic, right? Now think of a particular friend that you like to play with. Now think about a time you played with that friend. That would be the seed story to write about. Let's try one more. Things you do in summer. Is that a watermelon topic or a seed story? Things you do in summer. That's a watermelon topic, right? Now think about a particular thing you like to do in summer. Like getting a snowball. Now think about a time you got a snowball. That would be a seed story. So writers, today when you go to write, think in your head, is this idea a watermelon topic or is it a tiny seed story? If it's a watermelon topic, try to zoom in on a particular part of the topic and pull out a little tiny seed story to tell with great detail in your journal today. Happy writing!